Autumn had come to the island of Sodor. The fields were changing from yellow stubble to brown earth, and a tractor was hard at work as Thomas puffed along. Later, Thomas saw the tractor close by. "Hello," said the tractor. "I'm Terrence. I'm ploughing." "I'm Thomas. I'm pulling a train." "What ugly wheels you've got." "They're not ugly. They're caterpillars," said Terrence. "I can go anywhere. I don't need rails." "I don't want to go anywhere," said Thomas. "I like my rails, thank you." Winter came with dark clouds full of snow. "I don't like it," said Thomas's driver. "A heavy fall is coming. I hope it doesn't stop us." "Huh," said Thomas. "Soft stuff, nothing to it." And he puffed on, feeling cold but confident. They finished their journey safely, but by now the country was covered. "You'll need your snowplow for the next journey, Thomas," said his driver. "Huh! Snow is silly soft stuff. It won't stop me." The snowplow was heavy and uncomfortable and made Thomas cross. He shook it and he banged it, and when they got back, it was so damaged that the driver had to take it off. "You're a very naughty engine," he said to Thomas. Next morning, Thomas's driver and fireman came early and worked hard to mend the snowplow, but they couldn't make it fit. Thomas was pleased. "I shan't have to wear it. I shan't have to wear it," he puffed to Annie and Clarabelle. But they were rather worried. "I hope it's all right. I hope it's all right," they whispered to each other. The driver was worried too. "It's not bad here," he said to the fireman, "but it's sure to be deep in the valley." "Silly soft stuff," puffed Thomas. "I didn't need that stupid old thing yesterday, and I shan't today. Snow can't stop me." He rushed into a tunnel thinking how clever he was, but there was trouble ahead. "Cinders and ashes," said Thomas. "I'm stuck." And he was. "Back, Thomas, back," said his driver. Thomas tried, but his wheels spun and he couldn't move. The guard went back for help, while everyone else tried to dig the snow away. But as fast as they dug, more snow slipped down until Thomas was nearly buried. "Oh, my wheels and coupling rods! I shall have to stop here till I'm frozen. What a silly engine I am!" And Thomas began to cry. At last, a bus came to rescue the passengers. And then, who should come to Thomas's rescue but Terrence? Snow never worries him. He pulled the empty coaches away, then came back for Thomas. Thomas's wheels were clear but still spun when he tried to move. Terrence tugged and slipped and slipped and tugged, and at last dragged Thomas clear of the snow, ready for the journey home. Thank you, Terrence. Your caterpillars are splendid, said Thomas. I hope you'll be sensible now, Thomas, said his driver. I'll try, said Thomas, and he puffed humbly away.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
All kinds of ships use the harbor at the big station by the sea. There are passenger ships, cargo ships, and fishing boats also come here. They unload their fish on the quay. Some of it goes to shops in the town, and the rest in a special train to other places far away. This is the train the railwaymen call the Flying Kipper. Henry was ready at 5 o'clock. There was snow and frost. Men hustled and shouted, loading the vans with crates of fish. The last door banged, the guard showed his green lamp. The Flying Kipper was ready to go. Clouds of smoke and steam poured from his funnel into the cold air, and the fire's light shone brightly. Hurry, 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 panted Henry. They were going well. The light grew better. Signal light shone green as they passed. Then a yellow signal appeared ahead. His driver prepared to stop, but the home signal was down. All clear, Henry. Away we go. They couldn't know the points from the main line to a siding were frozen, and the home signal should have been set at danger, but snow had forced it down. A goods train was waiting in the siding to let the Flying Kipper pass, and the driver and fireman were drinking cocoa in the brake vat. The Kipper is due, said the guard. Who cares, said the fireman. This is good cocoa. The driver got up. Come on, fireman, back to our engine. They got out just in time. Henry's driver and fireman had jumped clear before the crash, but Henry lay dazed and surprised. The signal was down, sir. Yes, sir, said Henry doubtfully. Henry liked being at crew, but was glad to come home.
Coming up next, all aboard! Ready to leave. It's fun on the railway with Thomas and all his friends in Thomas the Tank Engine.
Snow tracks. It was winter time on the island of Sodor. It had snowed all night. The trees were white, the cottages were white, and even Sir Topham Hatt's railway was white. There was not an engine in sight. At Tidmouth Sheds, the engines looked out. Percy was very excited.
It snowed!
Thomas didn't like the snow.
Bother, I'll have to wear my heavy snowplow.
I don't like snow. You can get stuck in it.
Stuff and nonsense. Snow is soft, but I am strong. It won't bother me.
Then Sir Topham Hatt arrived.
Gordon, you must take some freight cars to Brendam Docks. They are needed for an important coal delivery. You are a strong engine, but snow is slippery. Puff the long way round. Yes, sir. Thomas, you must deliver bundles of firewood to the stations.
Yes, sir.
And then Sir Topham Hatt left. Thomas puffed with pride.
That's a very special job.
Not as important as mine. I shall go straight to the docks. I shall steam over every hill I come to.
Gordon pumped his pistons proudly.
Puff the long way round. That means, Gordon, don't go up any hills.
Hills are not too steep for me. I am strong. I am the best.
And Gordon wheeshed out of Tidmouth sheds. Gordon huffed and he puffed. His smoke was grey against the snowy white countryside. Soon Gordon came to a hill.
This hill isn't too steep for me. I shall steam over it.
So Gordon thundered up the hill.
I am special. I am the best.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10, listening once again. With candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store. But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of purple boots and a fiddle that chooses the wish you want yet. Dolls will talk and we'll go for a walk at the hope of dancing again. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. There's a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well. The sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart.
It was cold and snowy on the island of Sodor. The village children, they were excited. The winter holidays were here. People were coming from far and wide to visit the island. But this year, there was even more snow. It had covered the island and blocked the roads. Bertie the bus couldn't take any passengers. So the Fat Controller came to Tidmouth Sheds. Percy, you are to pull the passengers today, the Fat Controller said. Percy was worried. He usually took the mail or shunted trucks. He hadn't pulled passengers for a long time. Gordon will show you what to do, said the Fat Controller, and he left.
I'm an express engine. I shouldn't be slowed down by a small engine like Percy.
Gordon went with Percy to the depot. But when Percy backed up to collect his carriages, he bumped them very hard.
No, no, no. You need to puff smooth. Watch me. You'll soon learn how to pull passengers.
Gordon backed smoothly up to his carriages and buffered up to them very gently. Very smooth, the yard manager said. Best buffering I've ever seen. Gordon was so proud he thought his boiler would burst.
Maybe teaching Percy will be fun.
Gordon said to himself.
Then he'll see I'm the biggest and the best.
Gordon pulled in to Knapford Station. He rolled smoothly to a stop.
Perfect.
Gordon chuckled. Then Percy pulled into the station. Look at all those passengers, he gasped. He blew his whistle and wheeshed lots of steam.
You're doing it all wrong. Don't wheesh until your passengers are on board. Watch me.
Gordon waited. When all the passengers were on board, he wheeshed some steam. Gordon was very proud. He liked showing Percy that he was the best. Gordon was having lots of fun, but Percy wasn't. Percy was fed up. Gordon and Percy puffed across the ark. Gordon puffed through the snowy valley. Percy puffed under the icy bridge. Later, Gordon and Percy were at another station. Their passengers were all on board. Percy wheeshed some steam.
You're learning a little bit, but you're still not doing it right. Watch me.
Gordon wheeshed some steam and pulled out of the station. Big Blue show off, puffed Percy. Gordon wasn't listening. He was already puffing through the countryside.
I'm so clever. There must be someone else I can show.
I know what.
Watch me.
Gordon chuffed as he raced past James.
I puff nice and smoothly.
Then he raced past Toby.
Watch me! I'm the fastest and the best!
Gordon puffed into the station. He was very excited. There were lots of people he could show off to.
Watch how smoothly I can go!
Gordon was so busy showing off, he didn't see how icy the track was. Gordon slid right through the station and into a side. Everyone watched as he puffed into a big pile of snow. Yuck! Coughed Gordon. Luckily, no one was hurt. The Fat Controller was very cross. I asked you to teach Percy, he said sternly, not show off all afternoon.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Gordon puffed quietly. Just then, Percy puffed past. Smoothly into the station. All of Percy's passengers arrived safely at the platform. Gordon's passengers had to walk through the snow. Gordon was very embarrassed. His face was as red as Bertie the Bus. But Edward soon pulled him out of the snow. Later that evening, it was time to go home. The passengers were all aboard Gordon and Percy. Gordon wanted to show Percy how smoothly he could puff. But then he remembered sliding into the snowdrift. Gordon didn't want to look silly again. Did you see how smoothly I puffed? Asked Percy.
Yes. You have learned very well.
Percy was proud.
But then again,
Gordon added,
I am a very good teacher.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Thomas's Christmas party. It was Christmas on the island of Sodor. All the engines were working hard. Thomas and Toby were busy carrying people and parcels up and down the branch line. Everyone was happy. Only the coaches, Annie and Clarabelle, were complaining.
Oh, it's always the same before Christmas. I feel so full, Annie. Indeed, Clarabelle. Oh, come on. Where's your festive spirit? Christmas Day is almost here.
By the side of the track was a lonely little cottage with a familiar figure standing by the gate, waving to them.
It's Mrs. Kindly. Happy Christmas!
However heavy the loads, Thomas always felt better for seeing Mrs. Kindly.
Christmas just wouldn't be Christmas without Mrs. Kindly.
When work was over, Thomas went to see the other engines. It was a scene of great celebration. Their coats had been polished and they felt very proud of themselves.
Oh, Thomas, just look at us. Your driver will have to work hard to get you as smart as us.
Fergus and the Christmas Tree. It's winter holiday time on the island of Sodor. It's very cold, but the engines don't mind. They love this time of the year when the stations look jolly in their decorations. There was plenty of work with passengers and parcels to be delivered, no matter what the weather. FERGUS is a small railway traction engine who works on the island of Sodor. and like all the engines, he likes to be really useful. One day, Fergus and Percy were at Tidmouth Station when the Fat Controller came to talk to them. Percy, I need you to pick up the Christmas tree at the docks for today's Christmas party. Fergus felt sad. He did not get many important jobs besides his work in the cement works. He liked it, but wanted to do a special Christmas job. Percy saw that his friend Fergus wanted a special job, so he made a friendly decision. Excuse me, sir, I need to clean my smoke box. Please, could Fergus take the tree from the docks instead of me? I don't see why not. You have to do it then, Fergus. Be fast and watch out for the frozen tracks. After Fergus coupled up with a flatbed and a brick vein, he set off. Fergus had a splendid time. Past hills, mountains, and frozen lakes. Hi, excuse me, said Fergus. Could you go a little faster with that? It's very important. Cranky didn't like that at all. Listen here, little bug. Put your fun out my work. I know how to do it, so stay out of it. Fergus felt offended, but was very happy to be in charge of such important delivery. When Fergus had his important cargo ready to go, he gleefully went out of the docks. Fergus cheerfully and carefully started his way back. Fergus was almost approaching the signal when Gordon thundered by. Yikes! cried Fergus. Bust my boiler! Fergus and his crew were so surprised by Gordon that they did not see that they had run the red light and ended up taking a wrong track. Later, Fergus and his crew realized their mistake. We'll take a long time to get back from where we went wrong. We will have to continue and find the fastest way to get to Tidmouth. Fergus traveled to many places and began to feel thirsty and tired. You weren't built to travel that far and carry that kind of weight. If we don't get to Tidmouth soon, we'll be in trouble. Fergus traveled and traveled and traveled until his water tank ran dry. "Oh no, not now," he said. Fergus tried to proceed, but he was getting slower and slower. So before he stopped, just ahead, he saw a strange figure. And when he got closer, it was Diesel 10. Diesel 10 looked frostily at Fergus. "What do you want?" he said. Fergus swallowed hard, but replied bravely, "I'm Fergus, and I'm taking the Christmas tree to the party at Tidmouth Station, and my water has run out, and I can no longer continue." Diesel 10 listened to all that with great impatience. "And what do you expect me to do?" Diesel 10 said crossly. "Well, I don't know about you, but I have to get there before the evening. I have to get there, otherwise all the people and children will be sad and disappointed. Please, could you help me get there?" Diesel 10 stopped for a moment and replied slowly, "Well, I never had a Christmas tree. I've never seen a Christmas tree so close to me. No one has ever driven me to a Christmas party." "Well, there's your chance to see what it's like to be at a Christmas party with everyone happy around you. This is your chance, and still be seen as the hero of Christmas." Diesel 10 got excited. All right, I'll help you." So Diesel 10 coupled up in Fergus' train, and the two engines quickly left. Everyone was already worried at Tidmouth Station. "Oh dear, where's Fergus?" the Fat Controller said. "He should be here by now." When in the distance everyone heard the familiar honk. "Wait a minute," said Thomas. "I know this horn. It's Diesel 10 and Fergus." Everyone was surprised to see Fergus and Diesel 10 arrive together. So Fergus told everyone everything. "Well, I never," said Gordon. "And you, Diesel 10, saved the Christmas party. 3 cheers for Fergus and Diesel 10. Tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We